Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and get comfortable, and we'll get the message we need to see fairly soon. Before I get into the reading, though, I do want to say that if you guys like what you see in the video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I am also, I've also included links to my website, my support page, my prints, all of that is listed in the description. Along with the decks I've used, and there is a bonus reading for this video as well, so there will be a timestamp for that if you just want to skip over the main reading. Totally fine. Either way, I hope there is something here that resonates with you, and if there is, please let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to help where I can. So I've been away from filming for a little bit. That might seem odd if you've been seeing my videos going up, because I did actually pre-schedule those videos. The reason why is I wanted to take a little bit of time off of writing my blog and filming, just so I could replenish my energy, and I'm pleased to say that it worked, even if I didn't take my full break. It did work. I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. So yeah, I hope that renewed energy comes through in this reading. But again, this reading is not about me. This reading is for you. So let's see what's in the cards. So we're going to start with our oracle energy. First card I have for you is the Dolphin Spirit, and it is saying that this and that are true. Okay. We have Isra. This represents escape, dreams, and fantasy. Okay. We also have the snail leaning into true intimacy. Okay. And we have the butterfly, be ready to transform with wisdom. Okay. So I feel a little bit like there's a situation that's kind of nebulous right now. We don't know exactly what's going on, and we're having trouble figuring out what that is because there's a lot of facts in this situation that could be true, that could be that could be true. We don't because we don't have a very clear picture of what that is. There's a lot there that could stand with some explanation, but I don't necessarily feel that we are getting those things right now. I think what is happening with us is that because we're not sure, we're not really settled in our situation right now, we're looking to either escape it because we're uncomfortable, or we are making it into something it really isn't. Okay, and I'm getting there because of the escape and the fantasy elements that this card represents. Okay, I do also think this could be something that we're planning, but we're going into half-baked sort of thing. And it's potentially not going to work the way we think it will. So that could be the case. Let's see how the other cards want to explain themselves in this situation. Again, we're going back to the ideas of either wanting to escape it because we're uncomfortable, or building up a fantasy around it that probably isn't there. Okay. There's Isra. As for our other two cards, I think we may have to dig deep in order to make some changes to our plans. Because remember, I talked about we're in a situation where we've planned something that isn't necessarily going to go the way we want it to. Okay. There's some transformational energy, some necessary changes that could be made, I think. But I think because we're so attached to the outcome we think we're going to get, it's going to take a little bit to separate ourselves from what that situation might be and let the things happen that need to happen. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates with some of you. I realize it's just the start of this reading, but if it does, let me know what you think so far. We'll get into our tarot and see how to further explain this energy. So we're going to start on that right now. I don't know if I mentioned it, but everything I've used for this reading will be in the description as well. So if you're interested in any of the decks, description, it'll be there. So let's see what we need to see from our tarot to confirm, deny, supplement. What do we need to see for this situation? Okay. All right. So the first card we have coming out here is the Strength card. Okay. There's going to be a call to go deep into our personhood and find out what we need in order to really go through this process of making change, reassessing plans. And it doesn't have to be mean. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Okay. Remember, and I'm hearing, or I'm feeling compelled to say that we are both lion and lamb. Okay. We can be very gentle, but we can also be very powerful as well. Okay. I want to say there's a strong tendency to act on impulse. Okay. And it's not, that part of the factor isn't what you need to do. Okay. Because again, we talked about escaping and fantasizing about the income outcome. That's what I meant to say there. We're fantasizing about certain aspects that we think are going to come to pass in this situation. They might not, and you have to have the humility and the strength to say, okay, I didn't plan this aspect well enough, or this didn't come to pass like I thought it will. I have what it takes to rethink and possibly redo if I need to. Okay. So there's the Strength card. All right. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So I like that I said, or it kind of slipped out that I said income, because I think this part, the situation potentially has to do with building your wealth, building your abundance. If you have a family that you're trying to take care of, this situation is to do with that, and I think it's to do with the desire to build a foundation, build a solid enough foundation for yourself that you have everything you need to take care of yourself and take care of your family and other people, but have more on the side in case of a rainy day. Okay. again, I do think you do have what it takes to make it happen. I don't know that the plan you're trying to enact right now is necessarily going to go through, but again, you'll know what the outcome of your situation is, and you'll know how to figure out what goes down from there. Okay. So there's the 10 of Pentacles. All right. And we also have the Page of Pentacles. There will be lessons learned in this. Okay. And again, it is up to you to apply those lessons. Okay. Now, I always read the pages as kind of the advanced beginner. So even though you're not totally new in the situation, you still have things that you're picking up on and you're learning and applying. Okay. So, and I'm going to use a gardening metaphor because it's apropos to the suit here. And what I mean by that is pentacles are associated with the earth element. So maybe you're an apprentice for a landscaper and you're learning how to, or you've been learning how to assess the space you're working in and what kinds of things can go where, this, that, and the other. Well, you already have that knowledge base. Now it's time to put it into practice. Okay. How you are putting your Pentacles energy into practice in this is that you are taking lessons and applying them to growth, in specific, your money, your finances, your material wealth. Okay. So, interestingly enough, I think the story so far, and if this resonates with you, let me know, is that you are in a situation where you are planning on growing your finances. There could be some things that don't work out, and it's up to you to figure out how to pivot yourself through whatever has to change. Okay. As for our hidden energy of this, we also have the Page of Swords. So there could be some stresses, some anxieties, some things that you're potentially fantasizing over. Okay. And you might be, I feel like you might be kind of stuck in a thought process a little bit here. But again, while there is the opportunity to grow monetarily, materially here, there's also a chance to shift your perspective a little bit, especially because, like I said, things might not work the way you were planning on having them work. And this is where this shift is going to bring you new ideas and a new sense of focus. Okay. That's important in this because, again, while things might not work, there is a backup plan, and you need to give yourself the opportunity to find it. Okay. You already know that you need to do it. It's just how to put it into practical action. So I don't know if you can see that, but taking these light bulbs and bringing them down into a practical application. Practical application because, again, I'm going to flash this card here. You have the knowledge. You already have the knowledge. Practical application is coming in here. Okay. So there is the Page of Swords as our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Devil. Okay, so there's a temptation to give up. There's a temptation to let it go. There's also a temptation to keep holding on to what you feel should be the outcome. Okay, and I'm getting here because this fellow is holding out their hands, and they're like, hey, come on, you know what, you got this. Don't listen to the others. You're gonna be able to do it. Well, that's great. Okay, but there are factors that you need to see that possibly you won't see if you allow yourself to get stuck with a certain outcome. Okay, so let me give you a silly example. If you're going into a math test thinking that you're going to get an A+ on this test, when the fact of the matter is you didn't study and you're not good at math to begin with, well, that's probably not going to go as you planned. Okay, in this regard, if you're the risk here is to really attach yourself to an outcome you think is going to happen, and there could be some things that prevent that outcome. Okay, that specific outcome. You will get an answer. You will get you will get what you asked for, potentially not in the way you were expecting. Okay. So let's go into clarifying why we are seeing what we are seeing out right now. I'd like to see what it is that we're seeing for our strength card. Okay, we're clarifying why we're seeing strength here. Okay. All right. So first things first, to clarify our strength card, we have the Hermit. So this is going to be, in this situation, applying your strength is going to come from knowing your personal truth and being able to walk it unapologetically. So how this has to do with the larger reading, I feel like acknowledging and owning the fact that you may have thought incorrectly or you may have made mistakes that affected the outcome of this situation. That doesn't need to, again, that doesn't mean that you need to be hard on yourself. Okay, remember that you have the little lamb here. It just means that you're like, okay, it didn't work. How do I pivot? Right? Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to point it out here. No, you can't see that very easily, can you? Anyway, there's a little infinity symbol tattooed on this character's arm. Yeah, you really can't see that. Sorry. In any case, there's a little infinity symbol tattooed on our character's arm here. And part of the strength card for me is allowing yourself to overcome impulses and base desires. And also we have the snail card, getting in touch with true intimacy. In this case, I'm going to say go deep and assess, yes, where you went wrong, but also how you can treat yourself with kindness right now. Okay. That kindness, that doing that comes from walking your own path and knowing your own personal truths. And letting that be a light to you right now, because yes, you may face disappointments, but it's a chance to recharge. Okay, so whatever happens, happens, and it will be what it will be, but you have what it takes to overcome and be present in this situation as well. Okay. There's a Hermit. We also have the Eight of Coins. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have the Eight of Coins. Okay. This is going to take a little bit of work, but it's work. I think it's work that means something to you. Okay. It's meaningful. It's important. It's something that you wanted for yourself. Excuse me. It's something that you wanted to do for yourself for a while. Okay. And this, while this might not work, you put in a lot of effort, and I think that should be praised. Okay. All right. Let's see what our Ten of Pentacles energy looks like. All right. 10 of Pentacles, terrified also by the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So there is a desire for abundance. There is a desire for wealth and the ability to take care of your tribe, of your people. Okay. It's there and it will come to pass, potentially not in the way you thought, and that's okay. But again, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a call. I feel like there's a call to keep going, but don't attach yourself to a result, right? Okay. There is the Ten of Pentacles. It's a repeat card, so let's pay attention to that. But we also have the Mother of Wands. So this is something you're feeling deeply passionate for. You have there's a lot of fire and a lot of fire and a lot of passion to take care. Okay. Take care. But don't forget yourself in all of this as well. Okay, because yes, you have a family, yes, you have children, yes, you have pets, yes, you have a job, this, that, and the other, and you're just, whoa, so much out here, right? What would happen if you turned a little bit of that onto yourself? Okay, that might be part of your approach to figuring out how you pivot if your situation doesn't come to pass like you think it will. Okay. All right. Okay, we just had a number of cards pop off. I'm going to get the one that's on the floor, so excuse me a minute. Okay. All right. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see what we need to see to clarify our Page of Pentacles. We have the Father of Cups. All right. This is good because this might be a deeply emotional time in your life. Okay. And there's a lot of things that are there's a lot of things that are unsettled. Okay, there's a lot of turbulent emotional water around you right now. But the thing is, with this Father of Cups, with this King of Cups energy here, is that you are the kind of person, or you're working on developing this trait in yourself where, yes, you feel, and you feel a lot, but it's not the kind of thing that you get lost in. Your emotions are, they might not be steady, but you know how to analyze instead of react. Okay. So, if your situation, or if the things that you're planning for in your situation don't work, don't come to pass, I just heard a knocking, so I'm going to take that as confirmation I'm on the right track here. Original point here is that you know what you feel, you know how you feel, and you're using that as a means of staying, if not calm, at least observant rather than reactive. Okay. There's our Father of Cups. Okay, and we also have the Four of Cups. So there's definitely some things that aren't up to your standard. Okay, and especially in this situation, they're causing you to feel kind of disillusioned and very dissatisfied with things right now. Okay, that's I think it's not. I think innately you know that what you're planning isn't going to work, because things are unsure, things aren't going like you think they will. The risk in that, especially, and I'm saying risk because we have the Devil card here, the risk is to lose yourself in this, all right, in this dissatisfied energy, because there are things that just like, well, this isn't what I thought it was. Ew, I don't like this, I don't like that. And I think there are parts of this that you innately know are not up to the bar, if you will. Okay. So yeah, and how it works, how I'm seeing this work with the Father of Cups energy here is that just because this Four of Cups energy is here doesn't mean that you're letting that stop you from trying to figure out a new way going forward. Okay. So let's see our Page of Swords. Let's clarify our Page of Swords energy here. What are we doing for a Page of Swords? Okay, we have the Two of Swords. All right. The Two of Swords is having choices to make. And there are other options in this situation. Remember, I talked about actualizing those ideas. And so bringing them out of your head and out of the books into practical reality here. But there are some choices that need to be made. Okay, and taking into account that we have some things that aren't up to snuff for us. Okay, you have to make sure that you're gathering all the bits and pieces so that you can move forward in the best way you can. Now, this could mean, again, taking some time out to gather those things to figure out how you're going to pivot, but also make sure that you know that you have the ability to assess, reassess, and figure out where you need to go from there. Okay. There's the Two of Swords. All right. We also have the Three of Pentacles here. So there could be the need to ask for some help in getting some perspective. Okay, this could be this is definitely a team effort. Could be something to do with your job. Could be something, again, with family. I don't know, you know what that looks like, but definitely working with someone, or asking for some perspective from somebody outside of the situation. Okay, because again, with the Page of Swords, we're working on actualizing new ideas. Okay, but there's choices to make, and with the Two of Swords, and help is available for us with these three of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's clarify your Devil card here, sir, ma'am, entity. Please be kind here. All right. Let's see what we need to see for our Devil card. All right. All right. So to clarify, Devil card, okay. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is we're standing up for ourselves, okay? Especially because we worked hard to get even to this point. There's energies that are, there's a risk that we will be held back specifically by anxieties from other people, okay? And this isn't, this isn't necessarily where we wanted to be, especially because certain other people are like, why does she get to be where she is? Why do they get to be where they are? Blah, blah, blah. You know what you're having to defend yourself against. Especially, I say especially, what I mean here is specifically there's someone who doesn't want your best good, doesn't want your best, doesn't want your highest good, doesn't want you to be successful in building things that you want to see in your life. And this is where you're saying, you know what, no, I deserve to be happy, I deserve to be stable, I deserve to have the kind of life that my 5-year-old self would be in awe of, okay? And you're having to defend your position, especially where there may be people who are trying to hold you back from that. No, it's not fun, but it may be a factor in this situation, okay? So that's the Seven of Wands. We also have the Nine of Swords. This could also be an internal factor here, because this is about stress, this is about anxiety, this is possibly about hypervigilance. So if you're looking at who you have in front of you, I say hypervigilance, check this out. There's the Three of Pentacles, which I said was about working in a team to gain some perspective. There could be people in this who just don't want your best good. And, you know, if you're sensitive to energies, that could be this could be the factor that's keeping you up at night. Okay? So, yeah, there is the Nine of Swords. And you know what? You know what that's going to look like. Okay? There's something you're trying to build here that possibly isn't going to work. Whatever factor comes forward in that, you'll know how to handle it. Okay. So let's take a water break. Here's your reminder to hydrate. Okay. This next portion, I'd like to get some clarifying energy on the whole thing. But what do we need to supplement the rest of this energy? I'm genuinely curious about this. All right. Let's see here. What do we need to see? Okay. So the first card, Ace of Pentacles. First card coming out for us. Oh, my ear is so itchy. Why? Interesting. Okay. So the first card we have here is the Ace of Pentacles. So again, there's some new transformational energy coming in. A new garden is growing. We're definitely working on building that up. And that's important because I think we have the opportunity, we have the means, we have the ability, but maybe our plan isn't totally rooted just yet. There it is. There it is. And that's what we're working on building up. Okay. Maybe it's not the right time to plant what you're looking to plant. That's okay. That's totally okay. Because remember, we got the strength card. We talked about pivoting our plans. You'll innately know what this looks like, and you'll innately know how to make changes you need to make. Okay. So there's the Ace of Pentacles. All right. We also have, oh, perfect. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So maybe this is going to require some juggling, maybe some moving around of things, but that's okay. That's totally cool, because again, while the water may be turbulent around you, you know that you have the balance, and yeah, you know you have the balance already set up inside of you to continue moving forward in spite of it. Okay. So there's the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see what else here. What else? Two of Swords again. We have this Two of Swords coming out again. So there's some choices again that need to be made, and it could be that because we have the Two of Pentacles, and part of this is staying balanced while things are turbulent around you. Part of building that balance is kind of stepping back and allowing yourself to gather what you need. Okay. Again, we have the Two of Swords come out in our clarifying energy for the base reading. So yeah, paying attention to that idea of balance. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Okay, our hidden energy here is the Six of Cups. So in all of this, I like that I mentioned you building the kind of life that your 5-year-old self would want. Because I think the Six of Cups is kind of a reconnection to that childhood, to your inner child. There is, I'm hearing emotional generosity here. So, and this, I feel like this ties back into the Oracle card that we got that talked about true intimacy here. This is giving, and it's about reconnecting. But I also think this is about a kind of a reconnection to your inner child, but also your personhood now, because whatever difficulty you faced in trying to reassess your situation, you're still there. You're still there. Okay. And again, you innately know how to handle this. Okay. So there's the Six of Cups. All right. That's our hidden energy. And finally, oh, I love that we're getting this. Here is our Four of Wands. So we've done the work. We've come through a lot, and now it's time to give yourself a reason to celebrate. Okay. Because the foundation is there. You've given yourself the chance to build the foundation, and now you built the foundation. Now give yourself a break to enjoy what you've done so far. Okay, because remember, you've come through a significant amount. There's some significant stress that you've had to handle. It's not that you wanted to, it's that you've had to. Okay? And that's okay. That's okay. You're at a point now where you can do what you got to do for yourself. Okay? And by doing what you got to do, that means that you get the chance to celebrate it. Okay? So, let's get our final portion of the reading. What else do we need to see, please? What else do we need to see? Okay? What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see, please? Okay. So, we have the Knight of Wands coming out here. This is taking action. You know, we have renewed energy, we have renewed passion. Again, there's a lot of energy coming through. Okay. And yeah, we've come to we've come to a place where we can move forward in the best way that we can. Okay. Our flame feels a lot brighter. It's burning a lot hotter. But you know, let's be careful. Let's be careful here, because especially right now, we don't want to burn out. We've just come out of our cocoon, and we're feeling a lot more fresh. We're feeling fresh. Okay. I don't know that losing our energy right now would be a good idea. So let's stay in balance. Let's not be impulsive about how we're using this energy right now. Okay. There's our Knight of Wands. We also have, again, we have our Justice card. So we're being called to act in balance. Okay. Staying balanced, certainly answering for past behaviors that have brought us to this point. But we are certainly having to act in balance here. Okay. We're acting in balance so we don't burn out our energy too quick. Okay. All right. We also have the Eight of Cups. All right. I like that we're getting this card because it talks about moving away from disappointments. So in order to really make use of this balanced, passionate energy, it is passionate. In order to balance that passion, we need to get away from the disappointments. We need to move on and just go forward. No, these things didn't work, whatever this is. There's a new horizon. There's a new field of water. There's new chances at happiness and abundance. Okay. We don't know where that's going to be. We don't know when that's going to happen for us. We've been working hard to build it for ourselves. Perfect. Okay. But it's potentially time to move on from what didn't work so we can find what will. Okay. So there's our Eight of Cups. All right. Now let's see what we need to clarify and what we need to discover. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so our hidden energy is the card directly on the bottom is the Eight of Swords. Definitely some forward movement needs to be made. It's time to let it go. Okay. And again, you're not seeing it, you're not sure, but it's got to be done. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done because secret is you're not as trapped in this as you think you are. Okay. So there's the Eight of Swords. Excuse me. There's the Eight of Swords. But our hidden That was our hidden energy, and our clarifying energy is the Tower. So things are going to change. Things are going to fall apart. Things have done so in the past, and things are going to do so in the future. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a lesson to be learned in all of that. Okay? Now remember, you have the Justice card. Okay? You have the Justice card, and you do have a lot of good coming to you. Okay? Remember that you've worked hard to get here, but you've had to work through a lot of stuff. Okay? You have the Tower, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. And you know what? You're stronger and more powerful than you think you are. But it's a gentle power. Okay, and I'm referring to excuse me. I'm referring to the Strength card we got out in the first part of our tarot. Okay, so that is our tarot reading. That is our main one here. I'd like to get into our bonus reading for now, so that we can see what we need to see to help you either supplement this energy, get a different read on this energy. What else can we see? What else do we need to know for this? Okay. So to start off our bonus reading, we have the Horse. Okay. This is taking care of others and letting them be free after. Okay. We have the Leopard, embracing your uniqueness. Okay. We have Valaris. This is daring, doing, and reaching. Okay. And we have the Parrot. So watching your words. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that you. Well, that's interesting. Hold on here. You want to act, whatever your situation is, you're being called to embrace your uniqueness so you can do the things that you are boldly daring for, right? Yeah, that is a skull. Ooh, okay. You want to fly. You want to make waves. You want to fly. But the thing is that there are people in your space who, yes, do want to see you succeed, and they want to see you go. They want to see you go as far as you can, right? With whatever you're looking to do. Okay. You know, you have the brain, you have the heart for it. And, you know, I feel like saying they're in sync with whatever the situation is. Okay. That's good. That's what you want. Okay. However, I think you may have a tendency towards impulsivity, acting impulsive. And this is where you need to take care in your process, because I feel like, you know, that impulsiveness has hurt people in the past. Okay. And that's why you're being called to take care. Take care. And take care enough that you watch what you're doing. You watch what you're saying. You watch how you're going about creating this thing that you want to create. Okay. So that is our oracle for the bonus. Let's see our bonus tarot here. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what else. We have the Chariot. And we also have Strength. I like that this reading is bookended by that. So, forward movement. Forward movement, and daring to make it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, forward movement is being made because the gates are open, and you want to. The thing with you is you just want to rush right out the door. You didn't pack a lunch. You don't have your school bus. You left. You literally don't have anything, and sometimes that is okay, right? Sometimes that is okay because what are you working on building, right? Here's the reason. Okay, you have the Chariot here, and that is an abundance of clarity on how you're moving forward. Okay, because you are making forward progress. You're daring to actually go forward because maybe there's people here that aren't expecting you to do any of this. Okay. And even though you have to be smart about it and take care about how you're going forward, okay, you still have the guts and the strength to go forward in spite of what you don't know. Okay. So I hope this reading helped you in some way, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will definitely be back next week with a new reading for you. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Everything you need to get in touch with me is in the description. And until I am back with a new video, I hope that you are safe. I hope that you are well. And I will see you very, very soon. Mwah. Love you guys lots. Bye.